Hello! In this video we're going to be talking about triangles and quadrilaterals, specifically about the sum of the angles in a triangle or a quadrilateral. Now, one of the things that you probably learned in 7th grade or even 6th grade is that the sum of the angles in any triangle is 180 degrees. Now here's what's really cool about that, is that you can find the number of degrees in any polygon by just seeing how many triangles can fit in there. But you have to connect the vertices. These points right here are vertices. So let's take a look. So here's a triangle. We know the sum is 180 degrees. Now if I take this quadrilateral, a quadrilateral is any four-sided, I end up with two triangles in there. So that's 180 degrees and 180 degrees. If I add all of those up, I get 360 degrees. So the sum of the angles in any quadrilateral is 360 degrees, which you also know because this shape specifically is a square. And you know that all four angles are right, which means 4 times 90 degrees equals 360. Okay, let's keep going. Here we have a pentagon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take any one of the vertices here and I'm going to connect it. This is not a triangle, so I'm going to do this. Now I have three triangles in here. So 180, 180, plus another 180. That gives me a grand total of 540 degrees. So the sum of the angles in any five-sided figure is 540 degrees. Now you may notice something here. I'll put my two triangles back. This one had one triangle. The quadrilateral had two triangles. The pentagon had three triangles that fit in it. Now let's take a look at the hexagon. I'm just going to start at one of the vertices here and I'm going to make all these triangles. So that's 180, 180, 180, and another 180. So if you look, we end up with 4 triangles in there, and that gives us a grand total of 720 degrees. So if you take a look at this one, we've got a 7-sided figure here. Okay, so that's going to be 180, 180, 180, 180, and 180. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 180 times 5, which gives us 900 degrees. So you can do this regardless of the shape that you have. Here we have an 8-sided. So we've got an octagon here, and you don't have to use this vertice, but that's the one I'm using. So 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, and 180. So that's going to be 1,080 degrees. So it's really cool, this whole idea of a triangle has a sum of the angles of 180 degrees. If you look at any other polygon and you go from vertice to vertice and you just make triangles in there, you can find the sum of any polygon, the angles inside any polygon. Okay, so what do we do with that? Let's go back here. What's the sum of the angles in any quadrilateral? So here's what we did. If you remember, we did two of those, so that would mean 360 degrees. What's the sum of the angles in a pentagon? Well, if you remember, we started with one of the vertices, so that would be 3. So this was our 540 degrees. And a regular hexagon. Regular, by the way, means that all the sides and all the angles are equal. Don't worry, I'm not going to quiz you on that. 7th grade stuff. So 180, 180, 180, and 180. If you remember, this was 720 degrees. So now let's see the types of questions that I'm going to be asking you. So I'm going to ask you in this question right here, solve for x. Well, it's a triangle, so the sum of the angles is 180 180 degrees. That means this plus this plus this should equal 180 degrees. So we have 77 plus 7x minus 3 plus 50 equals 180 degrees. So let's combine our like terms. So that's 7x. Let's see, 77 minus 3 is 74. And then 74 plus 50 gives us 124 equals 180. Let's minus the 124 from both sides. And I get 7x is equal to, let's just do our subtraction here, 56. Oh, and the good thing is 7 does go into 56. Whoops. So x is equal to 8. Now they just asked us for x. If they had asked us for this angle measure right here, and they didn't, but if they did, I'd have to do 7 times 8 minus 3. So 56 minus 3 would mean 53 degrees. And if you add 77 plus 50 plus 53, guess what? You get 180. Okay, let's try another one. Solve for x. Okay, it's a triangle, so you know the sum of the angles is 180 degrees. So 31 plus 11x plus 11 plus 39 should be 180. So 31 plus 39 plus 11x plus 11 equals 180 degrees. So let's combine our like terms. So we get 11x. Let's see, 31 and 39. If I bring this one over to here, that's 40. So that gives us 70. 70 plus 11 is plus 81 is equal to 180. Let's minus the 81 from both sides. 11x is equal to 99, which means x is equal to 9. And again, the question just asked us for x. X is 9. If you wanted to know this angle right here, which they're not asking for, but if they did, you just do 11 times 9 plus 11. So 99 plus 11, that would be 110. And if you add 39, 31, you get 70. 70 plus 110 does give you 180. Okay, now we don't have a triangle anymore. We have a quadrilateral. So if you remember, we could look and see how many triangles fit in here. So that's 180, 180. So that's 360 degrees. So that means all of these angles should add up to 360 degrees. So this plus this plus this plus this should give you 360. So 85 plus 6x plus 22 plus 69 degrees plus x plus 37 equals 360. So now we just have to combine our like terms. Combine those two and I get 7x. And let's combine our constants. I think I might pull out my calculator for this one. So we have 85 plus 22 plus 69 plus 37. That's going to give me plus 213 equals 360. And I think I'll minus 213 from both sides. So I get 7x is equal to, so let's see, 147. And I do believe 7 is going to go in there evenly. I'm going to use my little division trick here. 7 goes into 14 twice with nothing left over. 7 goes into 7 once. So x is equal to 21. And if I wanted to check, I would do 21 plus 37, and that's going to give me 58. And I would do 6 times 21, whoops, plus 22. I think I'll pop that in my calculator here. Oh wait, that's 126 plus 22. And that should give me a grand total of 148. And I'm just going to add 85 plus 58 plus 69 plus 148. And it better give me 360. So I'm just going to grab my calculator here and I'm just going to check that. If you've got a calculator, you can check it too. But I definitely get 360. So it works. What I'd like you to do is I have 10 questions for you. Several of them are very easy. There's no algebra involved. It's just a missing angle without any x's in there. And then the rest are going to be like this. So let's keep in mind, if you have a triangle, the sum of the angles in any triangle is 180 degrees. If you have a quadrilateral, the sum of the angles is 360. So a triangle, they all add to 180. A quadrilateral, they all add to 360. Do those practice problems and good luck.